Hello YouTube and welcome to a new 50min video. I'm Stefan, full-time day trader and co-founder of 50min. Bitcoin is still in our 110 to 120k sideways range. Today I will explain you why now the 160k will be very important for the next device move from Bitcoin. Above all, I will talk about the FOMC meeting and the Trump-Xi meeting next week and why this will be important for the next move from BTC. I'm very hyped, so let's jump into the charts. Last week was guided through Trump news and Trump tweets. As we can see here, at the current chart, we can't see really a different picture from last week. For now, we are again in the 110 to 120k sideways range as we are pumped above the 110k level in the last few days. So overall, the higher time frame chart hasn't changed. So let's now take a closer look at the short-term plan from my side. So we can see the 50% level, 50% wick fill level has held again. We saw a very strong support point here and the price bounced several times above into the 110k area. So for me, it looks like that we are, as I said at the beginning, that we are now again into the 110 to 120k sideways range. So above all, we need now to watch where the price is moving next. My next short-term target will be definitely the 160k short-term cluster in this area. As we can see here at the heat map, this cluster is still the biggest one in nearby and looks very juicy for the market makers to touch it. So for me, the 160k level will be the next target short-term technically. What I expect here next will be very important for the next movements. If we see a pump into this cluster, we may see at the same time the FOMC meeting and the Trump and Xi meeting in China. So it will be very important, will the Fed end the quantitative tightening and how will be the talks between Trump and Xi. Because if they are both bullish for the markets, we may see another pump into the 120k resistance. Because we're still in the 110 to 120k sideways range, it's possible that we are hitting the 160k cluster, that we're pushing higher again into the resistance. Because it's also notable that in the 120k resistance level, there are also more short liquidations, as I draw here in. So for me, the 160k level will be very important also for the bullish side, because if we can't hold it, we will definitely go lower again into the 110k level. And we shouldn't not forget that many retail players are also entering now the markets, and that's primarily more longs, because as we can see here now, the 100k level and the 90k level will also gain more long liquidations in the last few days. So it will be very important where the price will be move at the 160k level. Can we hold it with bullish news from the FOMC meeting and the Trump-Xi meeting, so we can pump into the 120k resistance, or we getting blocked at the 160k touch, so we're hitting the cluster and then we are seeing only a huge wick and moving down again. And we are heading again into 110 to 112k, maybe also with negative news from Trump. It's possible that we again lose this region, above all filling the 100% wick fill and then going lower into the 100k cluster and even lower into the 92k, where also the CME gap is. So it will be very interesting. Ethereum shows also a very interesting structure. As you can see here, Ethereum is moving very boring in the last few days. We hadn't even seen a break above the 4k level since over 4 days, while BTC is still moving higher. So Ethereum is definitely underperforming Bitcoin at the moment. So my plan also here is, if we can see a bullish FOMC meeting and also bullish Xi and Trump meeting, so we push into the 160k level and then we can hold it and push higher. I also expect for Ethereum that we gain more momentum again, pushing into the 4.3k mid-range, and if we can also see at BTC a pump into the 120k level, I also expect into the 4.5k level. If we can't hold it, I expect even an earlier drop into Ethereum compared with BTC, so I expect something like this, moving into the 4.3k level, because we saw this move with BTC last week also going hand in hand. So BTC touched the 150k level and Ethereum the 4.3k level. So I expect this here again. If we are moving higher, I can well imagine that we are being blocked at BTC, at the latest being dropped at 4.3k and then moving into the 4k and then even lower if you are going at BTC into the 100k weak fill, into the 100% weak fill area. Overall, the market makers are also very interested in placing bids and asks, because if we can see here now, more bids are in the 95 to 100k level. So exactly there also where the many long liquidations in the 100k area are. So, and it's also very interesting to notice. First point is also that we see here very less bids. So market makers don't really trust this pump and don't place bids below there to help the price moving higher. Instead of this, asks are placing already orders into the 160k short liquidation cluster. So here again, it shows that the 160k level will be very, very important. So overall, to name it again, the 160k level will be the next short-term target. Here it will be important, can we overcome it and pump into the 120k resistance or drop again into the 110 to 112k level with a risk to drop below and entering the bearish scenario at BTC. For Ethereum, I also expect the same with the 4.3k mid-range and the 4.5k level. If we can't hold, if we pump into the 4.3k level, can't overcome it, we are going below again into the 4k level, hand in hand with BTC with the 110 to 112k level. And if we drop here below, because Bitcoin lost the level, I expect here also a further down move. If we now take a closer look at the altcoins, it's very interesting to see. I've marked this resistance last week. And as we can see, we saw the pump into the 110 to 112k region, and altcoins also saw a small relief bounce into this level that I draw last week. So overall, my plan also here hasn't really changed. If we can overcome it and pump into the 160k level, I also can expect that we're going here into the $1.08 trillion mark. If we can overcome the 160k level, pumping into the 120k level, I can also expect that we are going here into this region, about $1.30 trillion. If we can't overcome it and see only a wick hitting the short liquidations and then moving lower again, I expect that we are dropping here also into the 50% wick fill if BTC can't hold the 110 to 112k region. If we can hold it again, I can well imagine that we are also creating here a small support, but this will be needs more time, so we need to watch it closely next week. The BTC dominance also showing really interesting moves, because we see BTC bouncing back above the 110 to 112k region, and also the BTC dominance is moving higher. This isn't really because more retails are going in BTC against altcoins, it's only because of the risk management before a very important week. We have next week the FOMC meeting and the Trump-Xi meeting. So we have two very important dates and the market is watching them. So they are waiting for clear signs, and since then they are placing their money into the BTC. So next week will be very important and device for the next move. We have Wednesday the FOMC meeting and Thursday the meeting between Trump and Xi. I will watch it very closely and I'm hyped for the next move. So let's now take a closer look at my current day trades into 50 min. We can see here RVV. I placed already my stop loss break even. I'm currently in profit with over 12%. I've released at take profit 1 over 8% spot and at take profit 2 over 18% spot. Link USDT is currently also still in a loss. I placed this trade before the co-founder of Chainlink has his agenda at the Fed with Governor Waller. Sadly, we didn't see any big moves because of BTC is now also acting more bullish. I keep the trade open and will let it run until we are down below the 110 to 112k region. For me, if we hit take profit 1, I will set my stop loss break even. Until then, I will keep no SL. At Sapien USDT, we finally see some strength Also thanks to BTC, I'm currently up over 2.6%. Here also the same. Once we've hit take profit 1, I will push my stop loss above into break even and keep it running. Overall, my day trades are very clean. I'm very hyped. I will keep next week a little softer trades because of the FOMC and Xi and Trump meeting, so we may see very volatile moves. So I also will play it more safely. Once these events are over, more day trades are coming from my side. I'm hyped for next week and I wish you a great weekend, and we see us into the next 50-minute update. That's it for today's 50-minute update. The market is in a very important stage, and next week will be the device where BTC and the crypto market is heading next. If you found this helpful, leave a comment and a like, and don't forget to subscribe if you don't want to miss our next update. For daily trade and market updates, trade setups and education, check out the 50-minute premium community. The link is below. Stay focused and we will see us in the next update.